Canelo or Crawford?
It's tricky. I want Crawford to win, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. You know, I would like for that to happen, but this guy's a hard puncher. He's a smart fighter. He can move. I'm just curious. I just want to see it. I want to be there to see it.
He feels like this is a ridiculous fight. He states that Terence Crawford moving up 2 weight classes.
Right. I just didn't like the fact that Terence Crawford had to go up 2 weight classes. I just didn't really like that. I mean,
Mike Tyson shared his blunt view on Terence Crawford stepping up to face Canelo Álvarez. Tyson said Crawford doesn't have to take this fight because he's already a legend with nothing left to prove. He explained that moving up against a naturally bigger fighter is risky and could damage Crawford's legacy instead of building it. For Tyson, weight classes exist for a reason, and ignoring them tilts the odds heavily. While he respects Crawford's talent, he insists the smarter move is protecting what he's already achieved.
Canelo or Crawford?
It's tricky. I want Crawford to win, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. You know, I would like for that to happen, but this guy's a hard puncher. He's a smart fighter. He can move. I'm just curious. I just want to see it. I want to be there to see it. Because listen, there's been upsets like that before. You know, Henry Armstrong, 124 pounds, he beat the 146-pound champ. So, you know, you never know. Anything can happen when 2 men are in a ring or in a basketball court. Anything can happen. I just don't think it's a good idea. You know, I don't think, what would he have? I don't know. I just don't think it's a good idea. People have done things crazy like that before. It's just that he doesn't have to do it. He doesn't have to do it.
You posted the other day, there's a picture of you in a Rolls Royce, and you said, the quote is, "I can't remember how many of these I gave away."
Mike Tyson criticized the proposed fight, calling it ridiculous because weight classes exist to protect fighters. He highlighted that the size difference between Terence Crawford and Canelo Álvarez is simply too great to overlook. For Tyson, such a matchup is risky and unfair, overshadowing Crawford's true accomplishments. Tyson made it clear he doesn't like the idea at all, warning that moving up against a naturally larger fighter creates unnecessary risks. While he respects Crawford, Tyson believes this matchup is unnecessary and could hurt rather than help his legacy.
9 wins by way of knockout. And Mike Tyson, he feels like this is a ridiculous fight. He states that Terence Crawford moving up 2 weight classes is a ridiculous fight, and that he's just simply too small, and he's gonna lose, and lose bad. He feels like he didn't want to say it, but he hinted around he's gonna get knocked out, right? He thinks that, you know, Terence Crawford has skills, he's talented, but he just feels like there's weight class for a reason. Like many people in the sport of boxing, they feel like it's weight classes for a reason. And so, you know, he's not the first person to feel this way. But my thoughts is this. Should Terence Crawford be victorious, as I expect him to, the hype train for Terence Crawford's legacy only gets bigger. Because there's so many people that are doubting Terence Crawford's ability to beat Canelo Álvarez because of the size, right? They feel like this is David and Goliath. And that story, that mythical story, is so big and so legendary is because of the size difference. You had the small little guy, you know, slaying the giant, right? It's just not supposed to happen. And so this just bolsters the myth of Terence Crawford.
Think about Terence Crawford calling out Canelo.
You know, I don't like that fight.
Why not?
I don't like that fight. It's just too much weight, you know. And he had a close fight with the last guy he fought, Terence, because this guy was big and he was awkward. He was really awkward. He shouldn't have fought that guy. He should have fought a guy that was just come straight at him. The guy was too awkward.
He's herky-jerky.
Yeah. One of them.
Yeah.
See, there's is a missing.
Bay, a respected figure in boxing circles, offered his perspective on how Terence Crawford and Canelo Álvarez prepare for their biggest fights. He compared the sparring environments of both fighters, highlighting the intensity, variety, and consistency in their camps. According to Bay, Canelo has long been known for surrounding himself with strong sparring partners who mirror the style of upcoming opponents. His team carefully crafts sessions to expose weaknesses and prepare for different fight scenarios. Crawford, on the other hand, has built his reputation on adaptability and sharp technical adjustments. But Bay questioned whether his sparring adequately reflects the challenge of moving up in weight to face a seasoned and naturally larger champion like Canelo. This comparison underlined the critical role sparring plays in shaping fighters ahead of historic matchups. Bay made it clear that he does not like the idea of Crawford moving up to weight divisions to meet Canelo. In his view, Crawford has already accomplished enough to be celebrated as one of the greats of this generation. Undefeated, a multi-division, world champion, and respected across the sport, Crawford doesn't need to prove greatness by facing a much bigger man. To Bay, the fight is an unnecessary gamble that could expose Crawford to disadvantages outside his natural range.
Well, Canelo got a world champion right now in his camp with him with Boots. Well, Boots vacated.
Shakur, though.
Yeah, well, I don't know how much Shakur adds to this. He's a southpaw, and he's a smaller guy. I think that's just sharp brain. That's like if Boots was boxing Salim. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm boxing him. My young boy nice, but he don't pertain to the fight necessarily. But everybody don't train like that anyway. Everybody don't look for to have all of these sparring partners be like identical or in the same realm of the person they fighting. Some people, they spar like for sharp minds, so they'll just try to have the best people they can have. So you never know what Bomac and them strategy is right there.
As far as stylistically, who do you feel like has the advantage heading into that? Well, I'm just looking at the sparring partners.
From the sparring partners?
Yeah.
I think Boots not the same as Terence Crawford, right? But I think he has athleticism, and he's a switcher, and he'll kind of go off for the playbook to do his thing. I think mind state-wise, I think Boots is a big help. The guys that Crawford got in there, because
Mr. Martinez cracking.
no, he punching. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I feel like, bro, I don't know who got the best of that.
You ever seen Darrell Valsaint?
I have. You know, I'm a Haitian boy, so you know what I'm saying? But it's just hard. It's hard to, man, I just think the sparring for this fight is elite on both sides. I think that they both taking each other seriously. You could tell that by the sparring partners that they brought in. And I'm just kind of anxious to see the fight. Like, going into the fight, I wasn't really I just didn't like the fact that Terence Crawford had to go up 2 weight classes. I just didn't really like that. I mean, being honest, as a black boxing fan, when I take my coaching hat off, like, no, I don't want to see our best fighter have to go up 2 weight classes. I don't like that. But you think about it and you like, well, look, first of all, I don't want to deny that man. I wouldn't want to say nothing or even have it in my heart to deny that man that kind of financial like blessing that he gonna get from fighting Canelo. Not only that, he chasing greatness.
British journalist Gareth A. Davies offered a perspective that frames the Crawford versus Canelo bout as a potential defining moment in boxing history. According to Davies, Crawford stepping into the ring with a larger and more established superstar like Canelo Álvarez is not simply a fight, it's an opportunity to cement his place among the all-time greats. He emphasized that every legendary fighter reaches a moment where their skill, courage, and ambition are tested. For Crawford, this matchup could be that pivotal point. By taking on Canelo, he has the chance to silence critics who question the depth of his career accomplishments. The fight, in Davies' view, goes beyond weight and size. It's about legacy, about how a champion is remembered. While he acknowledges the enormous risk, he also highlights that these are the kinds of challenges that elevate fighters from champions into icons. Careers defined not only by victories, but by the courage to take on the toughest possible tests.